Hey, Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, great millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Aki, and pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This is Mathia from the GMS Dallas camp, and wanted to go into a quick lesson. All right, this wisdom and knowledge, as I want to go into this wisdom and knowledge, is free to receive. Okay, it's open to the public, so you supposed to receive this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding if you are the nation of Israel. But the Lord is giving it to a small elect few. But when you want that opportunity, if you had it and if you received it, to keep pushing and going. And if you fall back, what did it say in Ecclesiastes? A wise man falls 7 times to get back up. All right. So we supposed to be given that opportunity, and we supposed to take it, because we know the Lord has blinded the 2/3, okay, and we know we don't want to fall into that. So if this knowledge and that we're bringing out is free, and you have received it or heard it, take heed to it. All right. So we was all going into it the last night account with the Kahan Anah. And that brother, he was going into, the going into how we supposed to be piping. Okay, we supposed to be piping until you going into Matthew 11. Okay, around the 16th verse. We're pipe. We are lamenting. We're blowing the trumpet. We're sounding out, letting our people know that destruction draweth nigh. We about to see plenty of things that have not been done before or seen before upon the earth, as it says in the scriptures. Okay, this is a second death, because even the first death, as the first death is the flood, it came in by water, right? And this is the second death upon the earth, which is going to be brought forth by fire. The Lord has set the stage. He have gave everyone their well due of overkill if they wanted of the planet Earth. All right, and not saying the Earth will be destroyed, because we know the Earth will ride it forever, but life can be destroyed upon Earth, and the Lord is going to deliver a remnant. All right, while a mass kill is going to happen upon the Earth. All right. Let me get a quick one here. This is Isaiah 55 and verse 1. It says, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that has no money, come ye, buy and eat. Ye come buy wine, and without money, and without price. Wherefore do ye speedily sped money, Salakia. Wherefore ye sped money for that which is not bread, and your labor that for your that which satisfieth not. Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. All right. So, like he said, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters. And what is that waters? Okay, that's the word. Okay, that's that wisdom. Okay, that's that coming upon you, that that understanding, that wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of our time, pursuing Isaiah 33 and 6. All right, it says, he that has no money. You don't need money for this. Okay, we understand you pay tithes and you give what you can, but if you can't, you still receiving this word freely. All right. It says, come ye, buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk without money, without price. Okay. Come buy this without it. Come in, and like it says it's supposed to be weaned from the milk. So you're supposed to be drawn like our newborn babes. I'm gonna get that real quick. Alright, let me get that. This is First Peter 2, verse 1, starting at verse 2. It says, as newborn babes desiring the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so be ye have tasted that Yahweh is gracious. So if you give up all this BS understanding that you got from the Christian church or wherever you derive from, because you have most people growing up a Muslim, things like that. It wasn't like, majority of people grew up, when I grew up, they were Christians. It's different sects, Baptists, those. But we know that goes into being into religio, which means in the Greek means going into being a oppressed state. They are oppression. Okay, they oppress you for that, using that religio, that religion. This is not a religion that we get out of here. Out of the scripture, you get family orientations. Okay, you get genealogies, things like that. Your bloodline. You get certain families that break off. You know who that way you'll know who the covenant goes to, who you belong to, who your father is. This is what you get out of here. Okay, you get laws, understanding, the order of how to make things produce and grow more. Okay, how to have things to flow correctly. But when you come in and go in Esau's way, because we know in Job 9:24, the earth was given to the hands of the wicked, and we know Esau is the seed of the wicked. We know that it brings forth death. So that's why you're seeing extinction of different animals. You see famine upon the earth. You see all these different things that have been happening throughout the years because Esau had the reins of the earth. So as the king flows, as the empire flows, as the king flows, as it says, roughly paraphrasing, going into Sirach 10. This is how it's flowing because we have a wicked rulership that sits upon the high mountains, okay, which is going into governments. All right. So it says, but like I said, you're supposed to get this understanding. Step away from these other religions or these religions and come into an understanding like a newborn babe. Listen, get an understanding, desiring the milk. Okay. So this is what you're supposed to get as we give out the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Because what we speak through the words that comes out of our mouth through the Spirit is not from what we're saying directly to you. It's coming out a higher, a spiritual aspect of things, a higher saying. Okay, especially because we come into what in the stead of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. This is Revelations 11. All right. Oh, Shalaki. No, let me get it. This is Revelations 19. And verse 10, it says, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. And we know Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son. That's who we can't get to the Father but by him. All right, it says, worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, so that's what we're coming in the stead of. All right, we come through the spirit of prophecy. All right, and we letting our people know and prophesying what's about to come and how to and where your lob, your mind, your spiritual mindset needs to be. All right, all right, and we're giving you this free. This is free of charge. Everyone watches. You got so many people in the world watches YouTube. You know how many hours of YouTube that people watch in the world? And a lot of it is, a lot of people are seeing the priests, the brothers, or whoever's pushing this correct doctrine. They're seeing all the all the doctrine, but whoever receiving this true understanding, and you got to say it's from Apostle Tahar, Apostle Kabar on down, okay, throughout the GMS, pushing 100% doctrine. If you're receiving that, you can receive it. If you listen to it and you just stray away from it, so be it. But it's free for you, okay? You don't even have to go to HBO to get this. You don't have to go and pay money. Hell, if you don't got no internet, go to find a street corner, because there are priests all over the cities that's preaching this word. And hey, you gotta search. The Lord is not gonna just give it to you. If you pray for it, you gotta want it. You gotta go get it. And I'm understanding that more now as I progress throughout the spirit, and getting the understanding in this truth. Right. So I'm gonna get another one here. This is 1 Corinthians 11. This is 1 Corinthians 11. I'm gonna start at verse 26. It says, "For as often as ye eat this bread," okay, and like you said, this is going into what they call it the Last Supper. Okay, this is Yahweh Shai. When he's basically eating, and he's basically offering the bread and the wine. I'm gonna go up a little more, and I just gonna read this. I'll start at 25 to kind of get to a point. But you see the aspect of where we at now, right? And he's already said, let him know that he's gonna be delivered up that same night. Through the Spirit. Let's start from there, and we read on through. It says, verse 23: "For I have received of the Lord that which I have delivered unto you, that the Lord Yahweh Shai, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread, and then he had given thanks, he brake it, and said, Take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. And in the same manner also he took the cup, and slacking, when he had supped, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye oft, and ye drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show that the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink of this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and of the blood of the Lord. All right. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of the bread and drink of the cup. All right. So when you hear this word, and like I said, this is in first, like you say, 1 Corinthians, and like I said, this is Paul speaking, right? And what is he going into? He's going into the breakdown of what happened during the what they call the Last Supper. Okay, this is when the Lord was speaking to the disciples, and what did he do? He broke down and he said, "This is my body," and basically receive this, receive me. Now, if you receive me, okay, these are the terms. Okay, you're gonna go through strife and go through temptation, but you know what the end game, the end all be all would be, right? So he said, now that's why we said this is free of charge. Now the upon you is when you want to take that walk, because you know what's at the end of that, with how they so-called say the end of the rainbow, right? We know the kingdom of heaven, and we want to be delivered and be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, right? Make sure I got everything here. All right, so hey, I think that'll be it. You know what? I want to read one more here. I was thinking about this earlier. This is Wisdom of Solomon, okay, 7. I'm going to start at verse 28. It says, "For Yahweh loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom, for she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars. Being compared with the light, she is found before it. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom." We know what we're doing, and we're calling it. We're asking Israel to turn back into the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We know who will return. We don't know. Well, we don't know who, but we do know the amount. We know the 144,000 that you read about in Revelations 14. We know about, like you say, the elect. Okay, who have that faith and belief through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And that is how we're going to get through these times. And that's why you have to constantly revert back to Isaiah 33 and 6. And I ended off with that. You have to revert back to it, because this is something that we got to continue remembering, because it's going to get harder and harder. But the Lord said his servants shall eat, his men shall eat. And being the man of the Lord, we have to believe that. All right? Faith is the thing that's unseen, referring to Hebrews 11. This is Isaiah 33 and 6. It says, "And righteous and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of thy salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure." And how do we get the Most High? Is through Yahweh Shai, right? But the wisdom and knowledge and stability will be the stability of our times. So we're given this. This is that has been coming out, all right, since our Bivens throughout to present time and to today. This is free. If you don't got internet, you may go to your local street corner. You may see somebody out there preaching. But you just make sure to ask the Lord to give you the right understanding. And right now, GMS is that 100% truth. You know what I'm saying? So with that, call halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you. I can pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.